I'm just surprised more people want to see them in Let's Go. Because I felt like majority of players didn't like Let's Go. I loved the game. I mean, yeah, it was in Gen 1, rah, 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 rah. The only thing I didn't like about it was the Pokemon Go catching aspect. Like, not getting to battle the wild Pokemon. Otherwise, like, it was a fun game. I loved the visuals. I loved getting to have a Pokemon following you around. And the shiny hunting method, fucking fantastic. I mean, granted, like, shiny hunting in Gen 9 is great too. Like, outbreaks are good. They work. You can make your little sandwiches for whatever, that works too. But the thing I like about doing in Let's Go is the fact that in Let's Go, I'm afraid of you blowing up. In Let's Go, you can just shiny hunt any Pokemon without any issue. The only difference is certain Pokemon only one appear on screen at a time, like the starters. But other than that, the only thing is just, you know, breaking your catch combo. So if you don't do that, then you're set. It's simple to do. And I mean, either way, at that point, you're also just, you know, waiting for a shiny to pop up, whether it's in Let's Go or in Scarlet and Violet. So they're both good methods. It also just gives you the option to shiny hunt different Pokemon, because obviously not all the Pokemon are in Scarlet and Violet. Which one of these is it takes you to the healing bed? Is it this one? Nope. Excuse me, Gary. I ain't about to deal with you yet. It's this one. I knew it was one of those two. One took you to the healing, and one took you to Gary. And that's, honestly, that's the fastest way if you just want to skip everything in Silph and just go straight to Gary and go straight to Giovanni. But, yeah, where's the fun in that? Damn it. Oh, critical hit. Disabled bubble, but not the beam. I think we'll have, if we stream long enough, we will have Ninetales and Blastoise in this video. Or in this stream. Do. I don't remember. Was there anything up here? Alright. So there was nothing here. Just seems weird. Not sure. Honestly, I might just wrap up Silphco, like as far as battling all the rockets and stuff, and then just call it, and we'll save Giovanni for the first thing the next stream. Like, I definitely want to keep playing, but I don't know that my body does. To be honest, I don't know what it wants anymore. Because last night, like, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't get comfortable. My stomach was not happy, but it was just like, I didn't know why. And anytime I managed to doze off, just like I just dreamt about the weirdest shit. And I couldn't stay asleep for more than like a minute or so. A Cubone! I really just want to see that base set Blastoise on the screen, on the layout. Like, that's actually one of the original cards that I never got to own, ever. Like, when base set came out, like, I got a decent share of base set packs. But all I ever pulled was Charizard. I got a Venusaur from a trade sometime in middle school that I remember. And, of course, that, I guess, was with the rest of the stuff that I lost over the years. And, you know, with my family relocating things. And I currently have a Venusaur in my collection. Of course, I still have the Charizard. But yeah, I never obtained a base set Blastoise. I wish I had before the pandemic and before Pokemon was ruined for collectors. Like, I honestly wouldn't even mind if it was just a base set Blastoise. I would prefer to have a shadowless one, just because I started collecting shadowless Pokemon right before the pandemic, and so I have several shadowless base set cards. Some are hollow, some aren't, that I just, was acquiring, and, for not much at all back then. I should have went with Haunter. And now it's so expensive. Like, I wanted to have the base set Shadowless complete. Mainly because the Shadowless run, the non-first edition Shadowless run, was actually a shorter print than the first edition run. So to me, it felt a little more special. Also, not to mention the Shadowless Raichu, the pristine one that I'm terrified of setting off to get graded, and that's why I never have, kind of started me on that to begin with. It's not a first edition. But also, like, first edition for certain cards, mainly, it doesn't really work so much for fire, electric, or fighting, but especially for water, grass, and psychic, the blue, green, and purple look really nice with the faded color that comes with Shadowless. So that would definitely be, I couldn't say it'd be my holy grail, because I don't even know what my holy grail card would be. I'm pretty sure I know what it would be for Yu-Gi-Oh, but for Pokemon, it's like, this is not a good matchup. I mean, a Shadowless Blastoise would definitely be up there. Or even first edition. Same thing with Nidoking, same thing with Raichu. It would more than likely be a base set card or a Neo set card. I mean, I guess graded is cool for, like, the bragging rights, and obviously it's artificially worth more. But I don't really care. Plus, I don't want to invest the money in it. And also, it's not something, like, I guess if I plan on selling certain things eventually, but it's like, I want to keep a small collection, but how small that collection is, my desire varies. And I mean, like, I have a Neo Genesis first edition Lugia. I have Shadowless Raichu. I have first edition Fossil, Dark, and Lieutenant Surge's Hollow Raichu. Shining Raichu, maybe? I don't know. It would just have to be something that would be sentimental. Or I guess sentimental in the case of, like, because obviously there's no sentimental value if I just bought it from some random off eBay. But, like, the Pokemon itself would have to mean something. The random swap outs that the CPU makes sometimes really baffle me. Like, what's the point? What are you thinking? And like as far as our team is right now, I have a Shadowless base set Raichu, Shadowless Nidoking, Shadowless Haunter, and Vulpix. And I have a Ghastly, but... And a Squirtle. I have Shadowless of all three of the base starters. I don't think a Shadowless Kadabra would be that expensive. But the Blastoise, definitely. Shadowless Ninetales. You can get it for kind of cheap. Really around like 20, 30 bucks. If you find it right. But it's like every time I find one, it's like, oh, I kind of like... I'll see a bid and I'm like, this would be perfect to have. But then there's always something that's really wrong with it. And it's like, it's... I would accept a light play. Or like a very light play. Just a little tiny bit of whitening. But then it's like, oh, there's a crease. Like, fuck that. Like, I'm absolutely not accepting one that has a crease. Pokemon's just, it's just like, there's so many good Pokemon. And as far as cards go, like, I mean, Lugia is definitely not more of a favorite for me over Raichu, Gengar, and Umbreon. No way. Those are my top three. I'd say Nidoking is number 4. But Neogenesis Lugia is a special card. And especially the fact that I've owned one, or I've owned multiples at different points in my life. It's a special card. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what would be considered a holy grail to me personally. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Wise, it's just probably a Ghost Rare Rainbow Dragon. But I had an English one, and I had to sell it. But I feel like it would just look so much better. Yes, Flamethrower. It just looks so much better in the Japanese version, so I'd rather have it in Japanese. Which makes it cheaper-ish. But even so, if I wanted like a PSA 10, it would still be, a couple $100. And like I just can't justify... I just can't justify that kind of money for a card. I mean, if it was something that I got to, hang up and, like, if I could put it to where, like, on my desk and I could see it every day and admire it without having to pick it up, that'd be different. That's a useless TM. Yeah, I would most definitely rather have Thrash. What? He say you dare betray Team Rocket? I don't think I betrayed shit. I just came in here and started whooping your ass. The older cards also had like such great art that we don't see now. And like, yeah, some of the newer cards look great, and you've got like full arts, and you get the alt arts that some of them are really good looking. But there's like a simplicity to the Wizards of the Coast era cards. Especially, like, we got the gym leader cards. You got the Team Rocket set. We have the Neo sets. Not so much the Gen 3 sets specifically, but like Aquapolis and Skyridge being absolutely amazing sets.